Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Some few days back, it was the turn of Martin Amaewhule to get August visitors who claim to be Rivers Caucus representative for Rivers State in National Assembly, and they talked so much about the authenticity of Martin Amaewhule being the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Well, it looks like things are being corrected now. The authentic guys are in the house, and this time around it's actually the Rivers State Caucus in the House of Representatives, and they have decided to correct false narrative by some Rivers State lawmakers in the National Assembly, Abuja, the true state of affairs, and setting the record straight on the situation in Rivers State. In fact, they did mention the likes of what Omotosho, what they have, the figures they get in Abuja, and the fact and figures they have in their hands. And they've said to make it public and by paying courtesy visit to Oko Jumbo, the Fubara and authentic Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly. Let's dive into the news proper. Before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. According to them, they said protocol first. They said that our attention was recently drawn to a visit as well as a press conference by some Rivers State National Assembly members in sympathy with former Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Martin Amaewhule, and his group committee of former lawmakers. At the press conference, the group claimed to put a stop to the falsehood and misrepresentation of facts and on the judgment of the court as it affects the Rivers State House of Assembly and the Governor of Rivers State. However, contrary to the false claim by the group, the truth of the matter is that the objective of the press conference was to mislead the public on the true situation in Rivers State. It thus becomes necessary on our part to set the record straight and to put the public in proper perspective, because lies unrebuted soon overtakes the truth. Besides, as Mark Twain once said, a lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. To set the record straight, the true position regarding applicability of the judgment of His Lordship Honorable Justice Omotosho in the case of Rivers State House of Assembly versus the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, suit number FHS/ABJ/CS/1613/2023 is as follows. 1. That the judgment of Honorable Justice Omotosho does not touch on the status of Right Honorable Martin Amaewhule and his group of 27 as former members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. 2. That Right Honorable Martin Amaewhule and 26 others had lost their seats in the Rivers State House of Assembly following their voluntary defection, cross-carpeting, which happened on the floor of the House of Assembly in the full glow of the public on the 11th day of December 2023. 3. In a plethora of cases including Dapialong versus Dariye 2007 and NWLR 1036.332 and AG Federation versus Abubakar 2007, and at 178 Supreme Court at the Supreme Court of Nigeria had declared that the proper and only interpretation to be given to the provisions of Section 109 subsection 1 sub G and Section 68 subsection 1 G of the Constitution of the 1999 Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended is that an elected lawmaker in Nigeria who, after an election on the platform of a particular political party, defects to another political party, automatically loses his seat in the affected legislative house from the date of his or her defection. The pronouncement of the Supreme Court of Nigeria in these cases, having not been set aside nor overruled in any subsequent judgment of the Supreme Court, remain the law till date on issues of defection of member of a legislative house in Nigeria. Also, in the case of Abogunde versus Ondo State House of Assembly 2014, the Nigerian Court of Appeal reiterated the law as affirmed by the Supreme Court, made it clear that loss of seat upon such defection is both automatic and mandatory. That the legal effect of these provisions and the Supreme Court judgment is that as of 11th December 2023, when Right Honorable Martin Amaewhule read out the letters of defection of himself and 26 others on the floor of Rivers State House of Assembly, they lost their seat and automatically and mandatorily became former members of the House. The only legal implication of the above is that Honorable Martin Amaewhule and his group of 27 remain former members of the Rivers State House of Assembly and accordingly are no longer entitled entitled to parade themselves as members of the House or to partake in any business or affairs of the House. It is worthy to note that neither the fact of their defection nor any issue relating to their defection nor on their status as former lawmakers of Rivers State House of Assembly was raised, submitted, or discussed in the proceedings leading to the 22 January 2024 judgment of Honorable Justice Omotosho. Instead of placing before the Federal High Court the truth and material facts about their status as ex-lawmakers to afford the Honorable Court an opportunity of deciding on the real issues, the claimant in the case, that's Honorable Martin Amaewhule and co., craftily invented lies and falsehood calculated to mislead the Honorable Court. Unfortunately, it is common knowledge that truth exists and it does not go away just because one has invented lies. In Elvis Presley's words, truth is like the sun. You can shut it out for a time, but it ain't going away. No matter how fast a lie runs, the truth will someday overtake it. Another material fact is where the Oko Jumbo-led lawmakers can carry on with businesses of the House after the others automatically and mandatorily lost their seats by virtue of their voluntary defection. This issue was not raised nor discussed in the Honorable Justice Omotosho's judgment, which is thus inapplicable in the circumstances. However, the rule that applies in the circumstance has long been laid down by His Lordship, the Honorable Justice Walter Onogen, GSC, as he then was, while delivering the lead judgment in the Supreme Court case of Diapolong versus Dariye, when he declared that there is no doubt that there existed in the Plateau State House of Assembly 14 vacant seats as a result of cross-carpeting. It is my view that until the vacancies created by the carpet-crossing members are filled by the process of by-election, the Plateau State House of Assembly can only transact such legislative duties that require the participation of less than two-thirds majority of all the members of the House, which duties definitely excludes impeachment processes. This position is yet to be overruled by any court in Nigeria and thus remains the law. The press statement by the said Rivers Abuja lawmakers in sympathy with Honorable Martin Amaewhule and his group of former lawmakers during their visit, which claims that there were several reliefs aside from the presentation of the 2024 budget sought by the Right Honorable Martin Amaewhule led assembly before the Honorable Justice J.K. Okomotosho in FHC/ABJ/CS/1613/2023 Rivers State House of Assembly versus the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Contrary to their above claim, the truth have been chosen to continue to hide from the public is that none of the said several reliefs in that case touches on the two material issues in the matter, namely, 1. The legal effect of the defection of an elected legislature in Nigeria, and B. Whether the remaining minority lawmakers can carry on with businesses of the House. The judgment of Honorable Justice Omotosho does not affect issues not submitted for determination in the case. Now, in deciphering what the court decided in the judgment in FHC/ABJ/CS/1613/2023, it is the content of the judgment that will be looked at and not what the parties assume the court to be saying. This position has been affirmed by the Nigerian Appellate Court. See, for example, Eyeto versus Commissioner of Lands and House in Cross River State, and that's 2021 as applicable, paragraph D. The misleading overtures of Amaewhule and his group cannot make the judgment of Honorable Justice Omotosho to become relevant to issues not decided in the case. Honorable Martin Amaewhule and his co-travelers appear to have lost sight of the treaty position of the law, that a case is an authority only for what it decides, which was emphasized in the Supreme Court case of Ogoweche versus Agbo. And the judgment of Honorable Justice Omotosho is an authority and relevant only for what it decided. The law is that judgment must always be read in the light of the fact on which the case was decided and must not be stretched beyond the fact presented before the court. See Obioma versus State 2020. Now, it is laughable that the group of former lawmakers led by Right Honorable Martin Amaewhule are now claiming that their defection never took place. It is unfortunate that these dishonest characters, in the words of Professor Lobomba, are they truly honorable members of horrible members? My goodness. Had in 2023 found themselves into the House of Assembly of Rivers State as lawmakers, but unfortunately, by their own voluntary defection on the floor of the House on 11 December 2023, caught themselves out of the House. Evidence of their defection is everywhere for the public to see, including an affidavit sworn before Honorable Justice Okoronkwo. These afterthought and feeble attempt to deceive the public are a waste of time, as most members of the Nigerian public and legal stakeholders in Nigeria are now too enlightened and too knowledgeable in the situation in Rivers State to be misled by dishonest tactics and laughable vote faced by Amaewhule and his group of ex-lawmakers. As one who has sworn to defend the rule of law, Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Sim Nalaye Fubara, will continue to uphold the Nigerian Constitution and the rule of law in Rivers State. The governor has never disrespected and will never disrespect the court of law. We therefore call on the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Ahmed Tinubu, the National Judicial Council, the Chief Justice of the Federation, the Inspector General of Police, all institutions in Nigeria, as well as well-meaning Nigerians, to ignore the mischievous and deliberate misinterpretation of the facts and the effect of the judgment of Honorable Justice Omotosho on the situation in Rivers State by Honorable Amaewhule and Co. It was George Washington who advised that the Constitution is the ultimate guide which we must never abandon. In his words, Abraham Lincoln has this to say about supremacy of the Constitution: don't interfere with anything in the Constitution. That must be maintained, for it is only the safeguard of our liberties. In the words of Booker T. Washington, a lie does not become truth, wrong doesn't become right, and evil doesn't become good just because it's accepted by a majority. We shall continue to give you updates as may be necessary. Thank you and God bless you. And this is all signed by Right Honorable Awechi Nebeke for Adoni Opobo Nkoro Federal Constituency, Rep Boma Goodhead, Akuko Toro Asari Toro Federal Constituency, the Rep Boniface Sunday Ikwere Emoha Federal Constituency, then Rep. Wow, indeed, they have clarified all issues. But then again, that's their opinion. What's your opinion? Let's meet in our comment section. Let's brainstorm. What's your take? Do you agree with them or do you disagree? Let's interact.